James Painter.
Yeah, he's James Painter, and I'm Louise Palanker, and this is Behind the Open Mic.
There's a whole world of crap you don't know about. And maybe if you weren't so stupid, just watch this show, because we're gonna have open mic comics on there.
You don't have to offend people in order to describe our show.
You're probably not doing a whole lot right now. You're sitting on your couch like a loaf. I'm going to try to talk about dumps, loads, and things of that nature. Hopefully there will be cursing. I don't think there's going to be any nudity, because most of these guys are dudes, and they're not that hot. Maybe if they're hot, it's better than like other stuff. So
it's pretty much better than most episodes of Carolyn Ray.
That lady's a bitch.
No, she's nice.
She's fat and she's stupid. I'll say things like that all the time. That's why you should watch this show. Yeah, leave that in.
We can only insult people we know. We can't insult.
No, we'll insult that lady. She'll never find out about it. And if she does, I'll fight that lady. I'm serious. I don't give a shit.
Ladies. Once you get to the level of a Carolyn Ray, you've got people that can take out a Jim Painter.
She thinks she's hot stuff.
One phone call.
But we're breathing down her neck with losers you've never heard from before.
If Carolyn Ray thinks that she has B-level talent, wait until she catches the C and D-minus level talent that you will find on Behind the Open Mic. We don't mess around.
That's good. All right, cut. That's good.
So I was trying to figure out how to text message, and it's really hard. Do you guys have any of the new phones that do like 100 things, and they come with a book, and you have to commit. You all take like a learning annex class or something to learn how to program your phone. I was sitting there for hours with the book, trying to put all the phone numbers in. I was downloading some games. I was figuring out how to text message, and you have to hit each key like a number of times to get to the right letter. And it was such a puzzle, and 3 hours later I was so late to meet my friend, I was like, I really should call, and then I went, oh my god, it's also a phone! Wow! See, you forget that it actually started out as a phone, which is interesting to me, because I was making toast with it, it was so cool.
Joan London was on the cover of People magazine recently. She's 52, she needed to have a surrogate mother to give birth to a child. Like, if I couldn't reproduce, this is something I'd try to keep under wraps. I wouldn't be on the cover of a national publication, alright? So yeah, my balls are too old and withered to reproduce with, but get a shot of me and Bob here. Bob is one sperm shooting son of a bitch. This guy is fertile. His sperm is so great, he impregnated B. Arthur. She hasn't had a period in 40 years. Get a picture of me and Bob's balls together on the cover. A photo op.
We're here with Brett Williams.
What kind of a car do you drive? What's your street address so our viewers at home could pay a visit to you if they ever wanted to?
Have you ever had a stalker?
I'd like to think I've got a stalker.
What address does she
Tell
come
us about
to
it.
when she's looking for you?
When
did you start doing stand-up?
I started doing stand-up about 4 years ago.
Yeah, whose idea was that?
That was mine.
Was it because everybody was telling you how funny you were?
Yes. No, really, it was just I just wanted some kind of creative outlet.
Being an editor is not a creative outlet.
No, being an editor can be a very horrible existence. It's very hermit-like too. It's not very social.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a social.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, I think so.
So somebody asked me this recently, and I have an answer. You guys ever been asked, they say, if you were to have dinner with someone living or dead, who would it be? And I decided I would have dinner with someone living. Because the dead are such terrible dinner guests. They're always like, brains, brains, bread, please, more brains. Your brains smell so rich and spicy, brains. And you gotta shoot them in the head, and it's a mess. God, that's a stupid bit.
What is the biggest dump you've ever taken? What?
I've never taken a measurement.
Never. Just describe it.
Well, I don't think that's not.
Why not? I'd like to hear about it.
I don't want
Where did it take place?
I don't want to hear about it. This is what he thinks about, Brett. That's what's so frightening. He thinks about that. He could be thinking about prose or poetry or philosophy or religion. Philosophy or religion or history.
Hey, why don't you ask me what's going on in my
great minds.
What's going on
He
in
thinks
your
about
comedy?
that.
I'm getting ready to hit the road.
Awesome.
Me too. Me too. When do you leave?
I'm going June 10th, San Luis Obispo.
Do they know you're coming?
Yes, they do. The club does.
Where are you going?
The city does.
It's a club or a bar. It's
Probably a bar.
So how long are you gonna be on the road?
One day.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my first thing. I'm gonna do like a bigger string later on. My favorite joke, probably right now, I guess, would be the Lakers date joke. The fan, the crazy fan. Next to me.
Anyway, I love the Lakers. And, I only got to go to a couple of... You like the Lakers right there down front? Okay, great. The women are fighting over me out here. No. I'm just kidding. It's crazy. Whatever. Shut up, Brett. Move on. So I'm at the game, but every time I go to the game, always got the same female fan sitting next to me. You know, she's not really interested in the contest. She's just got like a personal interest in all the players. So the entire game, I'm sitting there listening to this. Woo, Kobe Bryant, you're so fine. Woo, Kobe, wanna have your baby, Kobe Bryant. She's not even loyal to that player. The very next quarter is like, woo, Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq Daddy, slam on this Shaq, slam on this. Next quarter, Phil Jackson, Phil Jackson, you a fine white motherfucker, Phil. Wanna fuck you, Phil? I got your triangle offense, Phil. I got your triangle, and it's very offensive. Gonna put it on you, Phil. Peanut Man! Peanut Man! Bring me a bag of salted nuts, Peanut Man! Want some salted nuts in my mouth? Peanut Man! I finally got tired of this. I turned to her and said, you know what? You are the worst date I've ever had!
How much money did you lose on the Lakers this year?
I didn't bet on the Lakers.
Wow.
I might have put them on like one.
Wow.
I think I put them on one parlay when I went to Vegas.
How much money did you lose gambling on football this year?
I didn't lose. I actually came out ahead.
That's not what you told me.
That's not true.
Yeah, that is true.
I lost on my first trip to Vegas, but at the end of the year in the playoffs, I actually made up for it.
That's not why.
I actually find Phelps more interesting in that topic.
Oh, alright. What, his gambling problem?
Or sports.
Okay.
But go ahead.
No, you ask him a question.
What's your edgiest joke that makes people go, have you ever dated a crazy woman?
I think the question would be who hasn't dated a crazy
I haven't.
woman.
I haven't dated one woman.
Come on, you're in LA now.
I don't
You
find
have to date women if
they're not
you're
attractive to me.
No?
I want to hear about the crazy girls that he dated.
The crazy girls. I think my whole point about the whole crazy girls was just like when every guy's like had that really insane girlfriend.
You mean that calls you all the time and calling?
No, beyond that, the kind of one that comes into your apartment and wants to start throwing stuff at you and screaming and breaking your stuff, smash your car or whatever.
Maybe they're mad because what you do to their face.
So you mean psycho crazy girl?
Yeah.
Women think this will work on me lately to try to back me off. I've gotten this a lot. You don't want to date me because I'm crazy. I'm crazy. You don't want to date me. That's not going to work. Crazy's wonderful. It's pretty common too. You get past the point of after you've had one, your first psycho girlfriend, that's when you leave the relationship going, man, I'm glad that'll never happen again. Several more girlfriends later, you realize, oh yes, it will. Oh yes, it will. One crazy girl after another.
What do you do when a girl goes crazy? Do you stay calm or do you get as crazy as she is?
I tend to be like calm. You know what that I noticed though? It's they go crazy, you stay calm, and it's not until you explode that they finally calm down. Because I think they're looking for someone to kind of like reinforce the abuse that they've suffered. So it's like they want you to act out, and then when you act out, it like reminds them of what got them to where they're at.
And then they calm down when you get crazy?
That's at
When you
least
go up to
that was
their
my experience.
Who are you, Dr. Phil?
It's always the crazy sex. That's the big allure of the crazy girl. It's the crazy sex. It's good sex. The crazy sex. It's the kind of thing where they'll turn around and look at you and they'll go, "Come on, ride me like the Kentucky Derby. Come on, ride me." And you're like, "Yeah, all right." But then shortly after, they're trying to buck you off. Then you gotta take them out to the front yard so they can graze, and you can finish. So that you can grass and they can finish.
So, are you going to talk about your set? It sucked.
Oh, I liked.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
No, it's
No. You know what? You were great in between jokes.
You son of a
Your
fucking
real
bear.
personality is real strong right now. I loved it.
Alright, that's the part I enjoyed the least.
Is
your
it my
personality.
real personality?
Your stage personality is really starting
My
to come
stage
alive.
personality.
Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
very personable.
That's it.
Very.
You know what? I'm subtly satisfied with my set. I thought I closed strong. I
You
thought that I
did.
worked out some stuff, and it's not really developed, but it's fine.
And I liked the way you recovered from like misstepping on a word. I liked your whole.
Yeah.
I liked you on stage. I think-
You liked me.
Yeah, I did.
I think that's a great post wrap up. I mean, I never even thought this much about my set on the way walking to the car.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the comedy.
How long have you been doing comedy?
6 months more than you. Remember? Almost like 4 years. Almost. In August it'll be 4 years.
Jim, what do you think of Fini?
You can be honest. No, you don't have to lie.
Why would I be lying? Why would you think I'm lying about
Because
it?
only bad is possible in this one.
Fini, what's your favorite Jim Hager joke?
I quote Jim Painter often, and Jim Painter is actually a character in my family lore. Yeah, I remember his first joke was about a Blockbuster. You were in a Blockbuster, some sort of retail store, where you were doing something, I forget what. You started masturbating in a dressing room or something.
No.
No, that really happened.
Yeah, that's the story.
No, I had a joke about buying a cell phone.
That's what it was, yeah. It was really early.
And the guy who was pitching it to me, I don't know why this joke never worked. On paper, it's a great joke. Started talking about how it's wireless internet. I'm like, well, does that get pornography? Because I can't think of one person in my life what would appreciate a phone call coming from me. But if your telephone could further my career in public masturbating, we've got ourselves a deal.
Like, he was so committed to it. It never worked.
I'm going to ask a really probing question.
Okay.
Have you ever slept with someone that actually harmed your career?
No,
Wow.
You can sleep
Tell
your way to
sex
the
story.
bottom.
Yeah. No, I don't. I'm trying to think.
It's the Dead Poets part too.
Yeah. Well, no. I've been.
Yeah, they use the same.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Oh, dude, I've been.
Tell us the rumor.
I've been accused of sleeping with someone.
Who?
And then I found out later that it was like I was reviled because of it, and I had. Yeah.
You're reviled? What does that mean?
Or I was. Is that the proper use of the word?
I don't
was
know what the
shunned.
word means. You were shunned? By who?
Not shunned. Just people thought I was a slut.
Who?
But that happens to me. I think it's because I have big boobs. I get a reputation.
Really?
I think I do.
Well,
That
you
happened
had
to me in
that
college
start.
too.
In college?
That started in college.
He's gonna win.
Like in the entire dorm. Like I was considered the dorm whore, and I was like, I didn't do anything though. I hadn't slept with anybody.
So what can we?
I was a
do-
virgin.
If people actually think that we've slept with people, which I have encountered too, what can you actually say? Because it almost seems like when you deny it, you still turn red, And people think that means you slept with a person, and there's almost like you don't know if you can deny it too much to where they'll think then you must have, or not deny, or just like.
Well, you can't prove a negative. That's the thing that's hard. Like, I can't prove that I didn't. So I just basically have to be like, okay. The people that know me probably still think I did it. But oh well, the point is, you just have to go, like, usually I just don't bother denying. I just go, oh well, whatever.
Have you ever been accused of sleeping with anyone you didn't sleep with, Jim Painter?
Yeah.
You have? You have a reputation. So that could be, too.
Yeah.
You know what it does? It makes you more sensitive, though, when you hear gossip. You go, that's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
You know.
Not me. I believe everything.
What else is it going to take? Have you guys ever had sex with someone that, like, you really hate? Have you ever done that, sir? You have? Thank you for that testimonial. It's personal. I understand if people don't want to answer. And, like, you know that feeling you get, and, like, you hate them, they hate you, and, like, you're kind of sorry you did it the next day, you know? That's how I feel when I masturbate. Is that wrong? Is that okay? I wasn't supposed to get awes. Laughter.
So how did you feel about your set, Fini?
I felt like I came here, I hadn't tried all day to think about comedy, and I came here not thinking about it, so it was a matter of discipline more than expanding myself.
Who in comedy do you dislike? Who do you not find funny that everyone else seems to find funny?
Well, Bob Hope, definitely. Bob Hope, well, Three Stooges, we already
Three
covered that.
Stooges, we don't think they're funny.
You know who a big one is? Lucille Ball. I did not get her. I did not get her. I know I'm
So
so
glad I have a bear as a weapon.
I hate her. I hate her show. I think it's the most boring, unfunny thing I've ever seen. Yeah. I like George and Gracie.
Ooh, do you want to hear a cool behind-the-scenes backstage story involving two people you despise? When I was a page, when I first got to town, I had a job as a page, and I had to wear a really ugly brown polyester skirt and matching jacket and polyester and a name tag. And everyone's first job should involve a name tag. I recommend it.
Oh, it's great.
And I worked on the John Davidson talk show, but my point is this. Bob Hope and Lucille Ball were guests on the same day, and I was the page assigned to meet them at the guard gate and show them where to park and then walk them down to the stage. I was that chosen page. Do you want to know why? Ask me why. Personality. Sure. Yeah. Okay, so Bob says, get in the back of the car, and he's in a limo town car, and that way I don't have to run ahead of the car. He says, get in. In the back of the car, there were all these assorted random golf clubs, and it's Bob Hope.
He loves golf.
I
love golf.
Wouldn't you be disappointed if you got in Bob's car and there were no golf clubs?
Yeah.
So there's golf clubs. So I said, hey Bob, do you think we'll have time to get in a quick 9 before the show? He didn't hear me, but I found myself very funny. So I showed him where to park, and then, just as we're walking out, Lucy comes, and I'm walking between Bob and Lucy.
It must have been like, who is that?
It was as if I was invisible to the two of them. It was great. Hi, we're here at Jennifer's with Jeremy Engel. He's a very fine stand-up comedian. He's one of our favorites. Is that not correct, Jim Painter?
Yeah. How broad are your shoulders?
Pretty broad. Not too shabby, look at that. Macho.
What's the biggest creature you've killed?
A frog.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did you kill it?
It was accidental.
Oh, really? Did you run it over
No.
in your car? Have you ever ran over anything?
No, not an animal.
Is there any children you'd like to slap?
No.
There's not one child you've ever seen that you'd like to slap?
You know, I don't really have strong feelings either way about children.
Why do you feel that?
Why do I do comedy?
Yeah, why do you do?
Why do I do comedy?
In less words than what I used. Yeah.
All right. Cause I'm just so damn funny.
Yeah!
I gotta let it out somehow, right? Huh?
I've been getting kind of fed up with my job. I'm basically a glorified secretary. I'm thinking of other things I might be able to do for a career, and I've decided a really neat job would be warlord. That'd be kind of sweet. Just drive a Hummer around and have people killed.
No, it's all about the Honda Civic. How else would you get a car like that, a sexy motor vehicle like a Honda Civic, if you didn't make a lot of money performing stand-up comedy? I haven't figured out a way. I'm no record executive or real
So,
estate tycoon, so
like,
I gotta
let's-
tell jokes. Honda Civics.
Let's say
automatic
it's right
transmission.
before your set. Does it ever make you want to move your bowels?
So, well, I'd say the first 2 years I was
Uh-huh.
doing stand-up. I kind of worked bowel movements into my stand-up act. I would defecate on the first couple of rows. Got a good response, but after a while, some of the club owners told me they wanted me to take it down a notch, maybe.
I just read that David Beckham was here for a month and a half with his wife, Posh Beckham. They were here on a publicity tour of the United States, just trying to beef up their image in America. And the publicity tour was a complete failure. They'd go to meet and greets, nobody would show up. And, I mean, obviously, you know, it's David Beckham. What do we care about that guy? But the same article mentioned he just signed with a new soccer team. He's not going to be playing with Manchester United anymore. He's going to be playing with Real Madrid. And that made the papers. In this country, that made the papers. Yeah. Of similar importance, I just got a new set of tires on my Civic. Why don't they throw that in the paper?
Thus far in your career, where has been the best set that you have performed publicly?
In recent memory, it might have been a night at the Comedy Underground in Santa Monica.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's it.
Jim Painter and I both walked in. The show had been underway for an hour and a half. It was wrapping up. We know the kind gentlemen who run the room, and so they said, all right, we'll throw you up. We didn't think much of it. It was kind of a crappy night. The crowd wasn't really into it. And Jim Painter and I went up, back to back, and absolutely tore the place apart. It was
Yeah.
like nothing you've ever seen.
You ripped it so hard.
Yeah, he was
I
nervous, about going up
following
after.
him.
Wow.
Yeah, you really did rip hard that.
Give me some knuckles.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah. Very cool. So,
Palanker, how about you?
my best set? Where's my best set been, Jimmy Painter?
How high?
You always go outside. You don't watch me perform.
I
don't
watched you
even-
perform. I saw your set last night.
You did?
Yeah, it was about video games. I thought it was very fun.
Yeah, I need to work on that.
It's not that bad of a room. This place is actually all right. You're doing okay. Jeff, way to go. I've seen worse.
Where are we doing it?
Dude, great job in there, man.
Thank you, Mr. Painter.
How did you feel about that?
Well, this has been an inordinately depressing week for stand-up comedy.
Really?
And this kind of fits in there, but I guess it wasn't that bad.
Why would you say? Why is it depressing? Is that your?
Yeah.
Do you think any women's private parts experience moisture as a result of that set?
Not from anything I said, no.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
You know
Why, are
what's
proving
weird?
the other one?
I don't think either Jay or Dave has ever uttered that question.
Yeah, that's an interesting
Who
follow-up.
are those
but-
people? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, what about the new joke? The new joke did really well.
What's the new joke?
The Spanish
Oh,
joke?
yeah, that's all right.
I wake up at 8 o'clock every weekday to go to work, which means it's tough for me to sleep in on weekends, Saturday and Sunday, no matter what. Bam, I pop up, wide awake at 8 o'clock every morning. I can't help it. I can't sleep in. So I figured, all right, I might as well try to make use of my time. So I blew $300 and signed up for a Saturday morning Spanish class. And now, of course, I got no trouble sleeping clean till noon. Because once money is a-wasting, sweet slumber is my friend. Apparently that's how that one works.
Okay, is that based on fact?
Yeah?
Now, did you learn Spanish to pick up on the chicks? We have a lot of Spanish-speaking chicks in Los Angeles. Tijuana, your trips down to Tijuana?
I haven't been to Tijuana for a long time.
Yeah, but we all remember what happened last time you went down there.
That's right, dog.
Yeah! Have you ever noticed a lot of chicks, when they do their sets, their nipples get erect?
Does that happen to me?
I don't know, I haven't really noticed it.
You don't
with
look at my breasts.
There are two ladies here.
I haven't.
You can't
She's
talk
not
dirty.
listening.
Yes, she is. She just
Are you
made a
listening
face
to
at
this?
you.
You made a face at me?
Yeah?
Wait a second.
I was just laughing.
Why do you care that she's a lady and this whole time I've been sitting?
No, I said there are two ladies.
Yeah, thank you. Because he says a lot of objectionable things in my presence.
Back to my set.
Back to Jeremy's set.
So-
I will remember what
Crazy.
But,
times.
alright, you didn't feel
the
great
sheriff,
about
The
it.
sheriff drama hour.
Oh yeah, we love it.
I listen to a lot of AM radio. My television has been on the Fritz for a while, so I listen to the AM radio, the drama hours. They've got old school drama hours from like the 1920s. Lone Ranger, Texas Rangers, a lot of Rangers, that kind of thing. Every single drama hour on AM radio might as well just be called the Lie to the Sheriff drama hour. Because that's all that seems to happen on these programs. Hey, Mickey, what's going on? Oh, hey, Sheriff, nothing. I'm not doing anything. Good to see you, Sheriff. What's that in your hand, Mickey? Nothing, Sheriff, nothing. Just a bunch of flowers I was out back picking. Looks like a severed human head to me, Mickey. No, Sheriff, no. Just some daisies from out back. That's all it is, Sheriff. Every single program.
Oh yeah, that was really good. That was really good. But anyway, the set was great. Do you feel like this is gonna catapult you to fame?
I think this set here tonight is the turning point. I think good things are going to follow this. Perhaps
There's a
seat
buzz.
covers for my Civic.
There's a buzz in the air.
Floor
And-
mats on my Civic.
No, what I'm talking about is a buzz. It has to do with people consuming a lot of caffeine, but my point is this.
I've
There's
had
a
none.
buzz.
Okay.
Jeremy.
No.
Can you hear it? Listen closely.
flattering me.
Jeremy.
I'm not buying into any of this.
Jeremy.
I had a crappy set. Nothing you can say is going to change my mind.
That was Jeremy's self-deprecation, and frankly, we disapprove. Thank you, Jeremy, though, for being with us.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, and until next time. Yeah.
I'm supposed to say to watch us next week, because then you'd be watching us, and we'd be here talking to you. That was his finger. You are number one. That's my finger. We enjoyed having you with us, and we hope to see you next week behind the open mic.
Well, you know what? I didn't enjoy your company too much. This show might have sucked, but let's see you do better.
See you next week. Bye. Stop it.
I am gonna do my set in front of these people. I've never done comedy outside before, so I don't know how that's gonna go.
I have done comedy outside.
Really?
Yeah, and you're competing with traffic.
Yeah, this traffic. An ambulance went by before. It's just kind of ignored it. Kind of on stage.
The ambulance was not funny. It was like the lamest siren ever. It was so hack. It was the hackest siren, and we were all just like, please, how many ambulances do that siren?
Yeah.
I am so over that.
Should have had a pratfall. Should have got into an accident.
Totally lifted the siren from a fire engine.
I've seen that in tons of movies.
Oh, you comics, so that you can sleep with groupies that you don't know, and you don't know what kind of contagions they might be containing.
That's a huge part of it.
I agree with you.
For the ladies.
Absolutely, always for the ladies.
Well, it's a tradition to do it on the if you're in the comedy store, to do it on the premises, and he got to do it. So, did
It's
you
not the
feel?
first time I've done it.
Really?
Yeah.
On the grounds?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Have you
I
done
still
it with
haven't
a
done
ghost?
it.
Has anyone done it with a ghost?
I have. I've done it with the ghost.
I thought